Oh man, what is up, guys? I'm sick as a dog. 101 degree temperature. Um, I've got the flu, bronchitis. I'm in bad shape, but we won that damn football game. I'll tell you that. So I'm happy to be a Mountaineer today. Glad you guys are on here with me. Forgive me if I don't sound great, but we get up and do work no matter what. Garrett Green was a man today. The running game played extremely well today. I was excited to see the team just respond, not collapse in the second half. I was really excited to see that. Let's see here. Here we go. What's up, guys? I'm looking at some of the comments. Garrett, Big Dick Green. Yeah, I got to be honest. Sorry, guys. I uh, I was wrong on Garrett Green. I was. What's up, Big Air? Yeah, it's rough. It's rough, man. You have your moments with it. I've also got strep, so I don't know how long I'm gonna be able to do this tonight. To be honest with you, um, you guys know the deal. Like the video, subscribe. Um, it's been a rough month for me. Defense played so well in the second half. I was extremely proud of them. For as much shit as Jordan Leslie has got lately, needs to get credit too. When defense played well for the first few games and in the second half of this game. Finally got some turnovers, guys. I feel like that was important in this game. My three keys to the game in the second half were to give Jaheim the White the ball, for the defense to get a turnover, and to play clock control because I felt like had they not turned the ball over, we weren't stopping them. No, there was never that. That never happened. So at the end of the day, they hurt themselves more than we did on defense. We were opportunistic, but we never were just shutting them down. So they're a talented offense. They've got a ton of talent on the offense. Honestly, watching that team as a whole, I see what Brad Howe was talking about on Three Guys. Uh, it's really shocking that they only won 3 wins. They're a much better football team than that. They may not have an elite defense, but they do have really good players on the defensive line, especially. So, I'm not sure you're talking to there, Robert. Yeah, the run game played extremely well today. I was extremely proud of them. Yes, Jaheim White is a stud, absolute stud. Pat McAfee won his +7 today as well, Tony. CJ, yeah, CJ had his best game in, gosh, probably since first, maybe second game of the season, something like that. He really was playing with some purpose. We need him to do that. Unfortunately, we suffered more injuries on the offensive line. Um, Doug Nestor's a big loss for us, in my opinion. I mean, it's not anything ground shattering to say. He's one of our three best O linemen. I don't know though. After Tomas came back tonight, it was very obvious the run game was in much better shape with Tomas Remak in the game. He's a good player, so I was really proud of everybody overall. Let me know how you guys feel about where this team's at moving forward. Right, we've obviously got a game against another team this coming week that I think is a little bit more like us and that they're a little bit more physical or try to be. It'll be interesting to break that game down and see how it goes. But I think Beanie Bishop Jr. Uh, what can you say about the kid? He's undersized. But man, he gets his hands on a lot of balls. Uh, he picked a few off today. The leg pick was like reminded me of Antonio Freeman with Brett Favre. You guys remember that? It was wild. We don't need none of that right now, man. I mean, you can have your opinion, obviously, but I'm just trying to enjoy a win. You know, I mean, at the end of the day, it's you have to say it every week. Yeah, yeah, and I think we will do that. I think that win on the schedule somewhere. But I'd like to go beyond that. To 8, possibly 9, because what we need to do, guys, is if Neil Brown is going to be here for the future, you know, um, we need this to obviously translate into NIL money, right? Uh, and donors giving the trust money. So we need to win at least, in my opinion, 8 or 9 games, so some of these donors will come off some of that money for football, not just basketball this next year, so that we can actually get some better players in football because we're winning with. I mean, a lot of these guys were, James Madison, Kent State. I mean, it's not like we're getting Power Five transfers. Yeah, they're good players on Group of Five teams, but I would much rather have successful Power Five transfer than any day than a successful Group of Five transfer unless they're just an elite player. You know, I mean, every now and again, it's really obvious that the Group of Five player is freaking elite. But for the most part, I'll take a successful Group of Five player, or I mean, Power Five over a Group of Five person. Kansas is giving Oklahoma hell, aren't they? Fourth and goal. Who's Kansas is fourth and goal right now. I'll tell you what, Jason Bean and Garrett Green are very similar players. Very, very similar players. Looks like Jason Bean just tried to slide in the end zone. Something quarterbacks always forget. Whenever, especially in college, when you go to give yourself up, it's where the ball is. When you go to slide, if you go head first, that's different. But if you go feet first, it's where the ball is. As soon as you start your slide, it's like they forget that. He's trying to slide feet first into the end zone. How dumb can you be? The ball's back here. You're not going to break the plane. I don't know how they. I guess in the moment you forget things, but I'm not feeling good at all, guys. I'm not going to lie to you. Probably give it 4 or 5 more minutes, and I'm out. I really, really am struggling. But for those of you all know, I have bronchitis and strep throat, so unfortunately, it sucks. If you want to, maybe donate a super chat or something like that, I'll be happy to try stay on a little longer. Other than that, guys, I'm really, really sick. Mo Carpenter said BB Jr. was well worth the NIL dollars. Now, that being said, I'm not sold on Devin drops a lot. Carter, not so much. Uh, he's dropped a couple balls, but I mean, you're forgetting those third down balls he caught today on that 7 route. I don't know, man. He caught. It's easy to remember. Remember this old adage: if there's 10 math problems on the board, 2 are wrong and 8 are right. You're going to remember the 2 that are wrong or the 8 are right. And I think Devin Carter is still, even with those drops, the 8 that are right. The 2 that are wrong are the ones you remember. So that's kind of how I look at that. Yeah, he dropped a couple balls, but he also made a couple really big time on third down at that catches today. I don't. He does not drop 2 or 3 a game. He has. You're saying he's dropped 2 or 3 in every single game? No. He may have dropped 2 or 3 in a couple games. I'm sure he has, but not in every single game. I don't do that in absolutes. Anyway, like I said, he caught a couple big third down balls. They highlighted it inside, outside. He caught. Without him, we probably don't sustain a couple of those drives. You can look it up for me, Mo. I mean, as you can see, I got 102-degree temperature. I'm doing well enough just to be sitting here. uh, I'm just glad he decided. Well, it's whatever you choose to remember, big dog. You remember the bad, and I'll remember the good. Jay McClanahan, Green has been a warrior out there. I agree. I agree. He was. I was worried about his ankle earlier. Uh, he seems like he pushed through with that. So my biggest worry with Garrett Green is his durability. And one of the more cliche things you hear in sports is your greatest ability is your availability. But I do think that's the case with Garrett Green. So really excited about that as well. That he's not injured worse. Um, but at the end of the day, no problem, man. No problem. I'm just not feeling good, bro. I'd go with you a little more. Uh, yeah, we actually get him. I think possibly 2 more years, but yeah, I'm excited to think what the future could be because you go year to year with quarterbacks, and as long as he doesn't get pulled away from NIL, which I don't think he will, he's a really really loyal kid. So I'm excited to see what Garrett Green can do with another year in this offense. And you start stacking players around a kid like that, if you get really scared. But with his injury history, you're always going to have a good backup quarterback, and that's what makes today hard, right? So not everybody's got a Jason Bean waiting behind, So all right, guys. I know it's only been 12 minutes. And I would love to stay on here an hour. I was doing good to get off the bed, so uh, I'm just sick. That's it's fine, Mo. No worries, man. Thanks, Big Aaron. Uh, but I'll be back at it next week. I'm sure I'll probably have to take another couple days off from recording, which is going to hurt me. But you got to do what you got to do. So uh, hope you guys are doing well. I wish you the best in your safe travels home. If any of you are watching this from Florida, uh, and that's about all I got, guys. West Virginia Mountaineers get another win. Really happy to see that. We'll be back with another one next time, guys. This has been another episode of Mountaineer Paul Talk Football. This episode is over. I know.